Um, ovulation is like, is it 5 days after your period?
Hmm?
7
That is
maybe?
that is Irene. You see, you can see she's a lady, but she's saying maybe she's not sure.
No, because sometimes but okay, but to my knowledge, it's like 5 days, then that window of getting pregnant begin. Well, no, it's actually like, let me say 4 days, and 4 days before and after your ovulation, right?
That is Irene's idea. What about the host? I want to hear from the host. Host, we are learning for education purposes,
We are learning,
so
but
that we can correct that error and we are ready to know. And you can, because you are going to meet other people and you explain to them.
I think ovulation is that time before your period when your egg is ready to be fertilized.
How
The
many
time
days? How many days?
I'm thinking, I'm not sure. So I don't want to give, but I
You
know
see,
it's like before your period,
meaning
before your
meaning
menstruation.
meaning meaning if you met a man, now you would mess up your life.
No,
Okay.
I would be protected. I wouldn't mess up
Okay,
my
you would be
life.
protected.
I would
But
not
suppose
take
suppose
chances.
suppose you are not protected.
I will not take chances. I will
But
take
Musal,
the after pill after.
Okay, now let me bring the right information now. Okay. Um a normal woman, a cycle is supposed to
Mm.
take 28 days. Now we have outliers and those who go to the extreme. Those who have a short period, their cycle takes 21 days. Now those who have a long period, their cycle takes 35 days. They take 35, then they go in. Again, another 35 days, they go in. These ones of short, they take 21 days, they go in 21, from 18 to 21 days, like that. Now, let's gauge from a normal woman. A normal woman who takes 28 days, her ovulation period is on the 14th day. 14 days from day one when you went into your period. 2 weeks. Today you go in, 2 weeks from to 2 weeks, the 14th day from today is the day now you are in ovulation. And that's the dangerous day that you can get pregnant. Now, if you want to protect and you don't want to get pregnant and you're using a natural family planning method, you don't have sex starting from the 12th day, the 13th day, the 14th day, the 15th day, and the 16th day. Those are unsafe days. Why? Because the sperm of a man takes 2 days in a woman. If you play sex today and I take a test on you, 2 days, I will still find sperms in you and they will be alive. So I know by the 14th day, it will still be alive, and once the egg comes, it will get fertilized. So that's why we are saying spare the 12th day, the 13th day, and the 14th, 15th, and 16th. Those days. And those days, these women, those are the days I'm talking about. These are the days when they are on heat.
Want.
If you touch her like this, she will come without even stopping. So those are the days. Now, the same with someone who goes for 21 days. For her cycle, her ovulation days are on the 11th day, beginning on the 9th day, the 10th day, 11th day, and the 12th day. For her, those are the days she can get pregnant. Okay. Now, the same with the other one who goes for 35 days, half of 35, which is something like 17 and 18, like that. Those are the days she will get pregnant. And how do you know? You make sure you count. The first month, if they are 28, the second month, if they follow each and they are 28, 28, then you know for you, you are a normal woman, you are taking 28 days. But if they become irregular and then the next day 21, and then 21, then you know you are that way. Are we understanding? So now, these family planning methods, the contraceptive methods, don't allow those processes to happen. Because for the egg to come, there must be progesterone and estrogen that is released in the body of a woman so that the egg is released to come and be fertilized. If they are not released, then the egg will remain there. And so,
Doctor,
yep.
Doctor, if I may, before you go ahead, I just wanted to know what happens now. You said they have those days. So what happens on the other days, the remaining days, because they're the majority? So does
The
that mean that she
remaining,
can?
the remaining days, even if you don't protect yourself, she will not get pregnant because there is
Ah,
no egg. There is no egg that will be fertilized. There is no egg. And you
okay.
understand?
Yes,
Yes.
doctor.
That's why the Catholics believe in natural family planning, because they even if you play sex on those days, she will not get pregnant. But she doesn't have high libido for sex like those days when the egg is waiting. Are you getting me?
So, doctor, what you're saying is the
Tell
ladies,
the
we
woman,
should
I want a child.
ask the men, we need to know when the ovulation dates are, and then maybe we plan 2 days ahead and maybe 2 days backwards, because you said the sperm remains in for 2 full days.
Yes.
And then now the other days, aside from the period days, are like open windows.
The other days, aside from those days, you cannot fertilize because there is no egg. And after the
And your network is
14,
breaking. I don't
the network is breaking.
know. We can't.
Maybe I need to tap the screen now. Are you hearing me now? My network. Bad. You can hear me now.
Yeah, guys,
Okay,
tap
so
the screen.
yeah, so
Sometimes,
let's tap
sometimes when
the.
we're inactive,
Mm,
they can.
they can, if we are inactive and you should have set. Did you set the goal? Because they keep looking at the goal. Are we almost reaching the goal? So,
Yeah, guys, tap the screen. Tap the screen, because sometimes when we're inactive or there's no reaction on the screen, they think we are just
I
putting
think
a
we.
live without doing anything. So tap the screen, send comments, send gifts. Gifts our doctor, guys. He's been talking for ages. No one has gifted nothing. So
So
please be active.
so what we are saying is that we on are you hearing me?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we are saying, on the after the egg comes, in the normal way, after the egg comes and it waits and it doesn't find any sperm there, the egg will just come out, will just come and wait for the 28th day. Or after the 16th day, the egg develops a very hard shell. Even if the sperm comes, it will not fertilize it. Now, what do we see in period? What we are seeing is a bed that was prepared for the baby to live on if fertilization had taken place. But if it did take place, that means that bed will break and then the woman will see blood. And what we see are blood vessels that were bringing blood to make the baby grow, and the bed that where the baby would grow from is the one that we are seeing. The egg sometimes comes out as an egg that has already developed. You will not even know it has come out, but much of it that comes out is a uterine tissue that is coming out that was prepared to bring the baby, to bring up the baby so that the baby grows. Any question?
What
Are you
happens to the woman who is not having maybe regular periods? Because you said there is a time, if you're going through the 28 days, you're normal. So what happens with these other women who are probably not seeing their periods for months and months, and they get to get maybe a period once, twice, or 5 times in a year?
There is a hormonal there is a hormonal imbalance in those women, but a normal woman who has all the progesterone and the estrogen balancing will have all her periods, except if she's using contraceptives. If she's using contraceptives, then she will not have. But these ones, and they have problems with the hormones, then they will not shed.
Mm.
Are you
But also, I
getting me?
think I've heard, yes, I think I've also heard that usually the women that are having hormonal imbalances, they give them contraceptions to balance their hormones.
Yeah, they give them contraception, and they also give them even some drugs to make sure the hormones balance.
But they do not balance the hormones. I mean, the contraception, they just trigger the period to come, but not to actually balance their hormones.
Yeah, they trigger the hormones to come because what happens?
I have a question. I have a
Please,
question.
please,
Oh
please
my
wait.
god.
Please mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
just kindly, I'll just do a housekeeping.
I'm sorry.
If someone is speaking, let them finish, yeah? And then when
Okay.
it's your
Okay.
turn, kindly unmute and then you can speak so we can hear from everyone and give, yeah, just to be respectful. Thank you.
Can I speak? So sorry.
Sometimes these contraceptives trigger the hormones because they were being released in less quantities. Then they go and activate the hypothalamus gland to make
Guys,
sure
what are we talking about? I'm so
the
sorry, by
light.
the way.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry,
mine is
doctor. So, hi, Oliver. For those that are new to the live, we have been talking about different things, health, um, just things that are insightful for the youth. But currently, the topic on ground is about health because we are honored to have a doctor on the live with us. And people have been asking several questions about health, about sexual health. And currently, we are talking about contraceptions and, yeah, the women's cycle, contraceptions, and sexual health. So some people are posing questions, and the doctor is getting to answer them. And if you have a question, feel free to write in the comments in the chat, or if you're already up here, wait for the doctor to speak. When he's finished, you may raise your question, just to be respectful and so that we can all learn from the experience. I hope that's very helpful to you.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
That's what we are saying.
Yes, thank you.
They go and
And I'm
trigger
also Sorry, I'm
so
also going to
they are
drop
also
some people
drugs
who have
that
been on the live for long because some people are sending in requests and we're already on the maximum number. So maybe if you're not going to participate soon, kindly drop so I can add someone else. Thank you. Sorry, doctor, you're
Thanks.
saying?
Thanks for
not
the
worries.
program.
So
Mine is a question.
yep,
660?
6:30.
6:30. Sorry.
Yes.
Mine is a question, doctor.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will want to take you a little bit back. We have learned that the ovulation period of a lady happens on the 14th day.
Yeah.
Now, for example, when you marry a woman or your wife,
Yeah.
you know what happens on a newly wedded couple. You can take like a month, maybe you can miss like 3 days or 4 days when you are hitting on the ovulation days. But you can take like 4 to 5 months when the lady has not become pregnant and becomes pregnant on the 5th or 6th month after you have wedded or you have join the relationship. What causes that?
Okay, what causes that is one is you are still new to each other, and you have not sat down to share when someone is in periods, because this is a person who has just come in. And the other thing is, while you are still new, there is that anxiety, and anxiety affects the hormonal production. Now, when you get used to each other, now you are not having any fear. You are all used to each other. The hormone is stabilized, and in the end, the woman gets pregnant. You understand?
Yes, I understand, Doctor.
And if you are too observative, the time you marry the woman will come with anxiety. Sometimes she will miss her periods, or sometimes the days she used to go into her periods at her home changes because of the environment. And that doesn't affect her alone. It affects even the brain, to make sure that she doesn't get pregnant as soon as she comes in.
Okay.
Yes.
Too much anxiety may stop.
Yes, too much anxiety,
So
the
many
environment
things. Yeah. So many
is still
things
even
can trigger a woman's hormones to
Okay,
yes.
change.
okay, I
The
understand.
Yeah, she
environment,
will
stress. Yeah.
even she's still even studying you. Even when she has even committed herself, she's still studying you and say, is he the man that I wanted? Oh, now when she stabilizes, now she has known, it's the very man. The environment is cool. Where I'm sleeping is okay. The food is provided. The man is doing all his 5 P's: planning, protection, providence, and promotion. Then the woman will say, I think I'm in the right. Ntuse katufu, let me get pregnant. And the hormones will harmonize, and in the end, the woman will get pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah. There is someone who asked about IUD, intrauterine device. It's also a contraceptive method that they insert inside the uterus, but it has copper metals, or metals that neutralize the man's sperm. When the man releases sperms, they are neutralized by that IUD. They put it in the uterus, and it will take 8 years to 10 years in, and the woman can't get pregnant. The copper linings, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you've talked about so many contraceptive methods for the women. Could you talk about the
Mm-hmm.
contraception for the men? How about, I asked about vasectomy, things like vasectomy.
Vasectomy, but as per now in Africa, we are the only method that men use is the natural family planning method, and then the vasectomy. The vasectomy, like you have heard, they cut the vas the I don't want to talk the medical language. There is
The
that.
man's object.
No, they don't cut the man's object. They
Okay.
cut that part of the urethra that comes from the test that carries the sperms. They go and cut it like they do a woman when they do tube ligation. They cut so that there is no connection between the channel that is coming from where the sperm are coming from to the urethra, so that the man in that instance, he doesn't have a direct there is no rod. They cut the rod, okay, that brings the sperm. So now that rod, which is a vessel that brings the sperm, they cut and block it on both sides, so that the sperms now don't come. And it's done we are on men who are willing to do it, and man cannot now produce sperms to fertilize the egg. And it is a permanent one. Once they do it, it is irreversible.
You don't
Really?
have any baby anymore.
Yes,
No.
it is. You don't.
There is,
It is.
I mean, before I heard about that, yeah. But then I think currently in the UK they have been talking about vasectomy, but reversible.
The chances of it working, they are meant that they have done the reverse, but it has not worked. It has not worked because the pipes, those pipes are too tiny to bring them back so that they open. It has not worked. Maybe let's wait with AI. It could do better than we think. Yes.
What, as a doctor, maybe you may not be specific, but what, except maybe the natural form of contraception, what contraception would you advise?
I am not going, because everyone has what works for her, and what works for me may not work for you. Yes. And that is a live experience. That's why I would not be able to tell you this is the best. Because there are some people you give contraceptives, they will not bleed until that contraceptives. And they are another person, you give the same contraceptive, someone will bleed to death.
Now,
So
doctor,
when you want to use family planning, you go to the family planning unit, then they explain to you the several methods and its disadvantages, and then they look at your weight, they look at your blood pressure, and then through the information that you have gotten, the nurse will guide you and say, according to the test that we have done for you, we think this can help you. And then you also say, I think I can also use that one. And then they give you that.
okay.
Yes.
Now, sometimes we hear that once a woman goes in any type of family planning, particularly those of 3 to 5 years, some of them, they lose appetite. They sometimes reaches they don't even want the men to touch them after going for those family plannings. Even some, they can stop them from going for their periods. Is that true, or what causes that?
Those are true things. That what you have heard them telling you is true. I have living examples. Women lose libido, they lose feelings for men, and some even don't get their periods until the drug is done in their body. It's true. So that's why I said everyone has what works. There are some who use it and even the libido goes high than what they were having. They are just side effects of those drugs. Like you can take a Panadol and then you get a nausea, and so those are side effects that come with those contraceptives. There's someone who talked about withdrawal here. Withdrawal is not a very good method. It also causes erectile dysfunction. It also causes premature ejaculation, and then it is not very good withdrawal.
Now, what about that one Because I hear some men get also problem, they end up being affected, erected dysfunction, because their women have gone to family planning. Is that one also true?
That is not
After
that is not true, because when your woman takes the drug, they only enter the blood
Yes, their
system
body. Yeah.
of their body. It doesn't go to the man.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
Lincoln says another thing, tell the men above 26 years about colon cancer.
Okay. So colon cancer is cancer of the intestine called the colon, and it comes as it's an excessive growth of those excessive cells, excessive growth of cells of the colon, and in the end you get cancer of the colon, and then you will the colon cancer, you will it will either enlarge, or it will be small, and then you will not be able to pass either the stool, and they'll do an operation, and then you start having start passing your stool through the colony bag, instead of using the normal route. And they do what they call colonostomy. They go and cut that part that is affected, and so they put the intestine outside on your stomach here, and then you keep passing urine through the colon. They put a colony bag. But then much of it that predisposes us to it is like eating hot food, and then the natural system, eating food, that junk food, all that predisposes us to have the colon cancer. Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Mm.
And another thing I want to learn about is about maybe prostate cancer for men. The cause, the HSS that brings it, because that I say that lack of enough sex or too much of it can both
The two
bring that.
extremes, less sex and excessive sex, causes the prostate cancer. But the normal sex, we have said, I think you had not come, we said a
Yeah.
man should
Something we
have
addressed.
3 times, minimum should be 3 times in a week. And a man should release 21 times in a month.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone in the comments says they should reduce on the intake of red meat.
True. That is true.
So
And then,
more than those days is excess.
More than those days is excess, yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Now, right.
Like you are not married. Is it what you want to ask? What do you do?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Because sometimes
She's not in the
people
mood.
People go abroad. They are going to look for survival. Maybe you are not in those moods of catching ladies and ladies. How can you survive or protect yourself if you can't engage in sexual intercourse when you are not near a partner? What advice are you giving to such a men? Because like men they are the one that can be affected more than the women.
that is a personal decision, because you look at your health and then you decide. That's a personal decision, because I accept that people who are either abroad, especially people who are working in the Asian continent, they are not treated like they have their sexual rights. Do you know we're supposed to have sexual rights? They are sexual rights. You're supposed to know when to have sex. You're supposed to know who to have sex with, and where to have sex from. That is one right that is universally accepted. Now, when someone takes you and doesn't give you your sexual right, he's against human rights. But now people want the money. You see, you come to me, you work for me, I tell you, I don't need sex here. And you decide and say, me, I will forego sex and do the money.
Okay.
But it will come with a cost, of course. What will happen is that if you spend like 7 years, 6 years there, semen is accumulating, in the end you will do what? You will get prostate. You will get enlarged prostate. And that what you should know, not all enlarged prostate cancer ends up into, not all enlarged prostate ends into cancer, no? You can get it enlarged, but it is not yet already cancerous. They will operate you and remove part of it and leave a small part of it, and then you still be okay.
All right.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but yeah, we should head towards concluding the live. However,
Yes. True.
I've already discussed with Masao and we said we shall organize another proper. This was just out of the blue, and then we got blessed to have you here. So we will plan, so I can also organize my followers and we have a proper live and more educational purposes. But I think let's cover the last questions. There is someone who asked, what's the effect of unshaved hair that grows in the bum passage?
Of course, if you have an shaved hair in the bump passage, it will accumulate poop there and infection will come in. Yes, because in the bump, that's where the poop passes, and so it will be an inconvenience for you to pass it. Part of it will remain there, and chances are very high that you will get infection because you are using a TP, unless you are a Muslim who is using water, and sometimes even these Muslims don't clean very well. You see, so chances are very high. But if you shave them, then chances are very low that you will get infection as a result of that. I hope we have understood.
Yeah, Lincoln also says, and by the way, there is a gene type test to test if you hold a gene for cancer to see if it's hereditary.
Yeah, there's that test that checkups. You know, in Uganda, there's no insurance that you would go and do that. But through your own way, you can do some basic checkups. Basic tests.
Okay. So maybe lastly, we'll hear from maybe DJ Majo if you have a question. And then I'm reminding you to... Okay. Thank you. You could leave it in the comment chat if someone is interested, or follow the people, or people please follow him if you're interested in his services. and you guys can meet in the inbox. Before I end the live, thank you very much, Mr. 630. And I will follow me and follow Musao, and I'll keep you posted on when the next live with Musao will be on. Yeah, this was very insightful. Thank you so much. And yeah, maybe closing remarks from Musao, and then I end the live.
Yes, I want to thank you very much for allowing me share what I know. It is
Mm,
I'm very grateful for those who have given me the gifts. Thank you very much. But I will thank you. Really thank you for allowing me share this, and I'm humbled.
yeah.
This is my first time to come on this platform. Like I said, I am always on platforms with different communities in Uganda, outside Uganda. Please, once you give me a notification, I will come and we share what I know.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, and I'm very grateful to everyone who has listened to us today, and I hope we have shared and it will benefit us. Have a good,
Thank you so much.
wherever you are, have a good night and have a good morning, and like, yeah. Okay, yeah, we can talk about it in the next live, because like the host is, I think she could be having something to do the next year.
And I need to go to bed. I have an early morning tomorrow. But yes, thank you, Musawa. Thank you so much. It's been such an insightful live today. I have learned so much. I'm sure the people that have viewed have also learned a lot. And like